Hey everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction. Oh, sorry, I have a little throat issue this morning. So my name is Marissa. I'm here representing Katimavik today. Katimavik, if you haven't heard of us before, we are a national nonprofit organization and we work all across Canada. So primarily what we have are opportunities for young people. We have programs that help young folks develop different skills. And what I'm going to be talking to you today about is one of our programs called Future Perfect. So our Future Perfect program is an employment program. It's a program that has just started within the past 2 years, so it is still fairly new, exciting opportunity. And it really looks at helping our participants develop employability skills to take with them for the rest of their life. So it's a great option if you are a recent graduate and you're looking to, add something to your CV. It's a great option if you're just looking for a place to make a little bit of extra money. It's really a good place to come develop these skills. So a little bit about the program. Future Perfect is a 3-month long program. And during those 3 months, you receive an employment placement in one of our host communities. So it is an opportunity to travel as well. Our current cohorts are in Quebec City, actually. So you would not be in PEI, you'd be traveling elsewhere. And for those 3 months, you live in a Katimavik household in that community. So you are living with other participants as well. So of course, like I was saying, it is an employment program, and I'll go into that a bit further, but it's also a chance to travel a little bit and to meet new people as well. So these participants are from all across Canada, different walks of life, different backgrounds. So it's a great chance to also meet a lot of interesting people who are, interested in developing employment skills. So the program, like I said, it is 3 months long, and it is a program that's open for 19 to 30-year-olds. So you just have to be within that age range, and you'd also have to be either a Canadian citizen, a permanent resident, or landed refugee status within Canada. So beyond that, during those 3 months, the first week is really set up to help you start looking at some of these different employability skills that we want to help you kind of develop during your time in the program. There's plenty of workshops within that first week. These include things like workplace etiquette, how to build a great resume and cover letter, um, uh, project management skills. It really touches on quite a few different things, and not only employability skills, but I'll say there are some kind of life skills thrown in there as well. So within your group, you'd also create a group contract because you are living with other participants. So you're going to be navigating that as well, and how to live well with these other roommates that you have. So that's within the first week of the program. You get to kind of explore a lot of these different workshops and trainings, and those are all set up by Katimavik. They're all either hosted by one of our staff members or by a professional that we've hired externally. After that first week of trainings and workshops, that's when you would start your employment placement. And so that's something that you have throughout the rest of the 3 months in the program. Currently, like I said, our placements are in Quebec City, and we have a partnership right now with Quebec Tourism. So the placements are primarily in the tourism sector, but that can look like a lot of different things. So it doesn't, don't think of it as a limitation. There is a lot of different opportunities within that sector. And like I said, this program is very much a place to kind of get your foot in the door and just build up different skills. So it's good to look at it as an opportunity in that way instead of necessarily going into a specific career path, more of like a building block type of program. So all of these placements are fully paid. You receive at least minimum wage plus $2 in the community that you're working in. So in Quebec, it'd be minimum wage plus $2. And some of the positions are even more than that. Beyond that, it is a fully funded program as well. So we pay for all of the travel expenses. So the travel from your home community to the host community, that's all paid for, and your accommodations as well. So living in the house, that is all paid for as well. All the utility bills, the internet, all of that is covered. The only thing that you would be responsible for is your food and your, any kind of personal expenses like a cell phone or medications, things like that. But beyond that, it's all covered. Then at the end of the program, at the end of these 3 months, if you do find an employment placement that you really enjoy, and if you're I guess also if you're in the market for living somewhere else for a little while, then you do have the opportunity to also talk with that employer and apart from Katimavik, continue on with that employer. If that is the case, obviously you're in a new community. So what we offer you then is 3 extra weeks of accommodation that is paid for to start your time in that new community while you're in this new, with this continuing with your employer. Um, and then you would go from there. If you don't stay on with your employer, if you're just doing the 3 month program, then we'll pay for your travel back home at the end as well. So I don't actually know how much time I have left, but that is the program in a nutshell. I'd say these are the main points that are important to know about it. The program does run 3 times a year. So our next cohort that's coming up is in January 2024. So it runs from January 7th until March 31st. So it's a great option, if you are about to graduate and you're kind of looking for a fun opportunity to travel, make some money, and build those skills. If not, we have another cohort that starts every May and September of each year as well. So January, May, and September. And applications are open through our website, which is katimavik.org. Usually, I'd say about 3 to 4 months before the start of any cohort are when applications will open. The application process is it's pretty low barrier. That's an online application that you'd send through our website, and then we would contact you to set up a second screening call where one of our staff members will just go over the details of your application with you and ensure that you understand the program, that it's a good fit both ways. And then that's the whole screening process. So after that screening call is when you'd receive an email from us saying the official decision on your acceptance, whether you're accepted or waitlisted. And also, as mentioned before, this is a program that's open for 19 to 30-year-olds. So there's really quite a large range in there of time when this is applicable to young people. So it's something that's always nice to keep in mind as an option. If it's not for you right now, it could be in a few years from now. But yes, I will leave it at that. Those are the main points of the program. And if there's any questions, I'm very happy to answer.
Thank you very much, Marisa. Yes, for sure. Your presentation did. We do have quite 3-4 questions, so quite a bit of questions here, and we still have like three more minutes. So the first question is, given that the program is in Quebec, I believe, is French a requirement?
That's a great question. So it is not a requirement. It is totally fine to not speak any French. And in fact, during the program, you will receive French lessons. I'll also mention that it's this next cohort that's coming up in January 2024 that is in Quebec City. After that, the partnership between Katimavik and the Quebec tourism industry is that's when it ends. So it is potentially after this next January cohort, we might have other locations added as well. So it would not just be Quebec City. There could be potentially locations across the country because we are a national organization. But to go back to the question, no, you do not need any French, and you will get French lessons during the program.
Wonderful. Very, very interesting. Second question is, so an audience member asks, are only people with permanent residency or Canadian citizens accepted in the program?
Yes, so it's Canadian citizens, permanent residents, or people who have landed refugee status within Canada. So our funding comes from the federal government, and because of that, because of the federal government envelope that we fall under, those are the criteria that they put on the program. So it's really the age range, that 19 to 30 years old, and then those citizenship statuses.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I think we have reached the end of Katimavik's presentation time. So thank you very much, Marisa.
Thank you.
Can we share your email with students?
Absolutely. Yes,
Okay,
please. If there's
wonderful.
any questions after, reach out to us. And you can also find a lot more information through the website as well, along with the application forms.
Wonderful. We will share your email through the chat. Thank you very much, Marisa.
Thank you.